Welcome everyone to this video. Let's see why should I not let my cats outside. This video is brought to you by Question Response. Thanks to Jacqueline E, Tirey, Paul Smith, Emerson Booth and Anna Beatriz Fernandez Rice for their answers to this question. We'll start with Jacqueline E. Tirey's first answer.
This is a picture of me and my cat, Lily. Lily was 7 pounds of sass, and I loved her dearly, even on the days when she was driving me insane. She was strictly indoors for the first 5 years of her life. Then, I moved in with my boyfriend, and she started sneaking out whenever we took the dog outside. At first, I freaked out, but she seemed happier when she was outside. Well, that settles that. She's fine, I told myself. Then, in the last week of September last year, the same week our dog died, I called for Lily to come in. She did not respond. I felt a pit in my stomach. I called for her again, and walked to the side of the house. I heard a faint mew. She was curled up beside the house but refused to stand. I scooped her up and carried her inside. My boyfriend told me she was fine and I was just worried because we had just lost our dog. And she seemed to be okay most of the day, but didn't really move from one spot. As we were tucking the kids into bed, I heard a commotion downstairs. Lily was having a seizure. She had another 5 minutes later and was gone. My friend worked at a vet's office, sadly, in another state, and said it sounded like she'd gotten into poison. We found out from a lady down the street that someone in our neighborhood had been putting out antifreeze to kill racoons. It doesn't take much for a tiny cat. I regret not doing more to keep Lily indoors. She was a beautiful cat and I will always miss her.
We can continue with Paul Smith's answer.
Shouldn't you? It depends where you are. We live in a rural area in the UK, so our cats roam for miles across fields and through trees and by a stream. I wouldn't dream of locking them up. But, if I lived in a city, it would be a different thing. To be honest, I probably wouldn't have a cat as a pet in that situation. Yes, it's more dangerous for cats if they go outside. It's also more dangerous for you if you go outside. Does that mean it's sensible for you to become a recluse and lock yourself in your house to keep safe? Do you lock your children in your cellar with some toys to keep them safe? We've had a few cats. Our first 2 were rescue siblings who were sickly when young. Their mother had died before they were found. The rest of their litter had perished. One died of kidney failure at about 10. The other of liver failure at 12. Both of those wandered widely. Neither of their deaths were related to being outdoors. Our current cats, one stays indoors most of the time out of choice and just wanders outside occasionally. The other will wander for miles, and stays out most of the time, except in the evening when he comes in for a cuddle. He occasionally comes home with injuries from fighting other cats. He's about 10 years old and that's happened twice, and needs a visit to the vet for some antibiotics. But that doesn't stop him wanting to go back outside as soon as he's recovered. Yes, they do kill small animals, but the rats, feral pigeons and moles they've brought in could well have been killed as pests anyway. Yes, we do need to deflea them occasionally, but that's not a big problem. If you do let them outside, you need to take a few precautions. Make sure they're neutered before you let them out of your sight. Keep an eye out for fleas and ticks. Keep an eye out for injuries. Make sure they're vaccinated against the main transferable diseases.
We can continue with Emerson Booth's answer.
Most cats love going outside. They like to bask in the sunshine, chase birds, and climb trees. The outdoors give cats constant entertainment and stimulation. So you should let your cats go outside then, right? No. When I was a little boy I would have loved it if my mom had let me roam the neighborhood unsupervised, but she didn't because I was too young to understand all the dangers. It was her job to keep me safe even if it meant not giving me everything I wanted. My cat would love to go outside off-leash. He would also love to eat an entire block of cheddar cheese. I don't let him do those things because they're dangerous and it's my responsibility to protect him. I've had many cats in my life, all indoors only. None of them have been bored, understimulated or frustrated. This is because I put in the work to keep them entertained and active. Owning any animal is expensive and requires effort, cats included. I have an arsenal of toys for my cat: catnip mice, crinkle balls, laser pointers, pole toys, stuffed animals, Kong puzzle toys, and even a battery-powered mouse. I scatter bird seed on the porch so he can watch the birds through the sliding door. He has a few cat towers and cubes. He can watch the fish in the aquarium. I'm teaching him tricks to keep his mind active. So far he's mastered sit and down. I'm also teaching him to walk on a harness so he can explore the outdoors safely. It is entirely possible to keep a cat both safe and happy. For those who will still call me cruel and abusive, here are a list of the dangers the outdoor cats here face. Cars, poison, dogs, other cats, foxes, hawks, eagles, fisher cats, coyotes, Animal abuses, parasites, frostbite, a dozen different threats outside, and my house is a bad place for my cat to be. Yeah, okay.
We can continue with Ana Beatriz Fernandez Rice's answer.
My Muka was a lovely cat. She was loving, playful, happy and just adorable. Look at her, she was staying at my mom's house for a while, and one day, she escaped home. My mom looked for her for a whole day but didn't find her. Since we don't live in the same city, I was looking for any posts of missing cats that looked like her online. We found her. My mom rushed to the vet, but it was too late. She had been poisoned. She died a horrible death, in a lot of pain and suffering, and there was nothing we could do about it. She was outside for 24 hours and that's what happened to her. And it broke me. It's been almost a year and I cry every time I mention her name. Don't let you cats. Edit. Just in case anyone's wondering, neither I nor my mom let our cats go outside. My apartment and her house have safety nets in the windows, balcony and yard. My Muka found a very small hole in the yard net we hadn't seen and that my mom had fixed the very next day so no other cat had the chance to escape as well. I really wish we had seen it so we could have prevented it from happening. But we did the best we could and are extra careful now.
The video is over. Thank you for staying until the end. If you found the answer you were looking for, please leave a like and subscribe, it would help us a lot. We are coming to the end of this video. Share your views on this question in the comments. See you next time.